Hi, it's Artifacts. Today we're going to look at the 9/11 terrorist attacks from 2001 in a slightly different light than anybody's looked at them before. I'm not going to talk about meaningless nonsense like nuclear bombs taking down towers. That's baloney. But we do have a problem. And I am going to illustrate this problem for you by showing a connection between what the so-called conspiracy theorists say and what we have going on today with Syria. Well, first, right off the bat, what we're going to do, I'll give you 30 seconds. I'm going to do this in Jeopardy style. I always hated that show, but hey, let bygones be bygones, I guess. We're going to put the answer up, and you can come up with a question. So I'm going to put this on hold, and we'll wait 30 seconds or so, and you can come up with the answer. Okay, it's Artifacts again. If the question you raised was Al-Qaeda, you'd be right. This is an organization which we're told did 9/11, and most people tend to think that this is an organization that is trying to topple the dirty dictator of Syria, Assad. Where we have ourselves a problem. We have legislators from both sides of the aisle who are actively planning to aid them. McCain, Obama, Boner, Kerry. Kerry's not a legislator, he's Secretary of State. He ought to be arrested as well, as far as I'm concerned. So, that brings me to 9/11. Since we have legislators who are openly planning on aiding Al-Qaeda, which is supposed to be our enemy, and I haven't seen a peace treaty signed or anything with them, then isn't it conceivable that back on 9/11, September 11, 2001, that we had legislators or others in our own government who assisted Al-Qaeda in hijacking planes and taking down towers and hitting the Pentagon? Forget about this nonsense of nuclear bombs taking down towers. That's rubbish. But isn't it conceivable? I mean, today they're giving aid and comfort to Al-Qaeda, and they're doing it openly. They're betraying our country. Right, left, and center, it doesn't seem to matter. They're betraying us. They're betraying the country. They're giving aid and comfort to the enemy. One of the arguments for why we didn't do a demo blast for the Japanese with the bomb is that if it didn't go off, we'd have been giving aid and comfort to the enemy. I don't think they would have surrendered anyway. That's another story. So if we have legislators who are openly giving aid and comfort to the enemy in Syria, and we had 9/11, that a lot of people don't believe the story, including myself. I've seen how they've taken away our freedoms, and they're not really attacking the bad guys. Mostly just blasting women and children in the smithereens. So, isn't it conceivable to some of you skeptics that perhaps 9/11 really was an inside job of sorts? That they were helped by certain elements in our government? I mean, if our legislators today can openly aid and support and give comfort to our enemy, Al-Qaeda, isn't it conceivable that these hijackers were assisted by certain elements in our government way back then? This is what I'm saying. It's a false flag. And we need to treat 9/11 as a false flag and realize that our government has been up to no good for a long time. It's like I said, we need a complete house cleaning. We need to throw every single one of these bums out. The NSA has to be dissolved. TSA, DHS all have to be gone. Janet Napolitano should be arrested as far as I'm concerned. We got a mess, folks. It's up to the American people to clean it up. But just remember, it certainly does not look to me, and I'm a convertee, by the way, to the 9/11 so-called truth movement. I believed the government story at first, and now I don't. It certainly seems to me that it's possible we had people back then who aided and abetted Al-Qaeda without showing it. When we have legislators and even the so-called president of the United States aiding and abetting and giving aid and comfort to the enemy today. So, eat your heart out, you people who say that the government wasn't behind this and it was just what the government said, the terrorist attack from Al-Qaeda. Because it don't look like you have a very strong case anymore. May have snookered us at one time, but you're losing credibility every day. Because our legislators are aiding and giving aid and comfort to the enemy, and the least we can do is give their careers the death penalty. I'm Artifacts of Mars. Have a good day.